Hi everyone! So if you are done with your pop art portrait and you've submitted it and finished your artist statement, you may work on this extra credit assignment. So it's totally optional, but it's something that is like in the true style of Andy Warhol, where he made multiple reproductions of the same image and adjusted different colors and different variations and assembled them on a grid. So to get started, you want to open up your Photoshop file. And remember, when you open Photoshop, always click Edit so that it doesn't freeze or anything like that. Sometimes it happens when you click Create. So you're going to go to File, Open, and then just scroll until you find your document. I think mine's at the bottom. There you go. And it shows you a preview too. I have a lot of documents. Okay. So this is the fun part. You get to go in and edit the colors and make them different. So for this extra credit assignment, I just want you to make 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different variations of your portrait. And you can see I used my original one, which is completely fine. If you want to make 4 new ones, go right ahead. Okay, but you really only have to make 3 more if you want. So on here, you can just go in and change the colors of things. So I might click on my layer where there's the pink outline. I'll go to my paint bucket tool and I'm going to go in here and pick a different color. And let's say I'm going to do, I don't know, this bright kind of blue. Click OK. And then just click until it fills in all your area. Yours might do it with 1 click. It just depends on how you colored your outlines. And then I might click on layer 4 and I will do a gradient outline or a gradient background on here just so to show you that a gradient is this button underneath the paint bucket tool. You can click this. You can actually scroll up here and pick from the presets. So I really like this one, let's say. And you click and drag in the direction you'd like your gradient to go. So if I wanted to go down, I'll point this way. If I wanted to go diagonal, I'll go this way. And then you release and it fills it in. Okay. So that's one way. And I can be done with this right now. Okay. Or I can keep going in and changing like the skin tone or maybe the shirt or the jeans. But let's say I didn't like this. I can Control Z, undo it. And I can go again on layer 4 and maybe just change the colors. Click on my paint bucket tool. Maybe I want to do like a navy blue on this orange. And then maybe I want my background to be maybe almost like black. Okay. So the reason when I did the gradient, it covered this orange outline is because if you notice my layer 4 has the outline plus the background all on this one layer. So it doesn't recognize them really as 2 separate parts when I use that gradient tool. And that's all, okay? So you're gonna do this. I would only do this 2 more times. Remember, you can make 4 new ones or just 3 new ones, but you want a grid of 4. Whenever you're satisfied with your results, you're gonna go to File, Save As, click OK. And then you're going to save it as a JPEG because we want to assemble images for this. Okay? I'm just going to put a random number in front because I have a bunch of versions of these. Save. Click OK. So your next step is to create a new document. So let's pretend that you have 4 completed images and you're ready for the next step. Click File, New, and then you're going to go to Blank File. Make sure this preset here is clicked to US Paper, and then click OK. So to open up a blank document, now this part, again, make sure you're on the arrow tool here. You're going to go to File, Place, and what this does is it inserts your images. So you can see I made some previous ones, so I'm going to insert this one, click Place. You want to hold down the Shift key when you're resizing just so it doesn't get like wonky dimensions. And you want to be able to fit 4. So obviously if I put another one next to it of the same size, there will be some extra white paper, which is fine because we can crop it, okay? we are going to crop some extra things off, but I'm going to resize it just so it's a little bit bigger. Boom. Okay. You're going to do this 3 more times. File, place. I'm going to get this one, place, and I'm just going to put it exactly next to it. And then to resize it, hold down the Shift key before you click to resize. Okay, and that's just about the right size. And don't let go of the Shift key first. Let go of your mouse. So unclick and then lift off the Shift key. If you lift off the Shift key first, it will probably distort your image, okay? Check means you're good with the placement. So file, place, I'm doing it again. I'm going to do this one. Okay. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. I'm going to move it up actually so I can actually see the bottom of my resize tool. Ooh, I don't like that. Let me try that one more time. File, place. So you get it. It's pretty tedious from here, so you can fast forward if you want to see the crop tool. I'm just going to do this one more time. Put it here. You want to make sure when you resize, you're always pulling from the corner and not like the length or like the width. Okay. Check mark. File, place. This is my last one. And I'll probably just insert my original one. Boom. Okay. So I can always like play around with the arrangement too. Once I put this one in, if I decide I want the rainbow one to be, in the corner, I actually might do that right now. I'm deciding I'm going to click on this. Oops. I probably shouldn't do that while I'm assembling these. But again, if you want to change your arrangement, like I might put my rainbow one in the top left since I'm putting my bright blue one in the bottom right, just so it's like balanced with color instead of the whole left side being this dark kind of assortment. So I'm gonna just make sure I get the right size here before I go crazy with rearranging. And you can also change the skin tones if you notice with Andy Warhol on his Marilyn Monroe, for example, she sometimes has like a blue skin tone or, something like that. That's completely fine if you want to do that too. Okay, so I'm just going to actually switch these around. And this one looks like it's not correctly sized. There we go. This one might have gotten a little distorted. Okay, so now that I have my 4 on here, your next step is to, of course, periodically save your document. Okay, so you can go out to File, Save As, just so you don't, if it crashes, you don't lose this. But you do want to go to the crop tool right here. Click on the top left corner of your pop art portrait and drag to the bottom right one. And click. Everything in color is what is going to stay. What is in gray is going to be cropped away. So I like this obviously because I'm just keeping the portraits. Green check mark and boom. Okay, there is my extra credit assignment. So from here you want to go to File, Save As, and save it as a JPEG. Okay, super important, just like the project. Save it as a JPEG so we can see the image and we don't have to open the file. And just name it, whatever, pop art extra credit. And upload it to the extra credit folder, and you guys are all set to get some extra credit points. So I can't wait to see your results.